So welcome back to the next stage of the build of this custom 1970 Mustang convertible. If you haven't seen my other videos, go and take a look. I've had this car for 15 years, I've now got 4 months to get it finished, but it's a totally custom build. So we're on the bodywork, the shell is now in paint, the removable panels, we're getting those built. We built a tent, a poly tent. Well, the tent's actually been really good, but bear in mind these are dangerous chemicals you're working with. The 2-pack paint, nasty stuff. 25 odd years ago I spent some time in hospital because I didn't wear a suitable mask. So make sure you've got a good mask, good filters, rated for the type of paint you're using, good pre-filters, stops those getting blocked up, because if you're sealing yourself in a plastic tent and doing paint work with 2-pack paint, you are speeding up your demise at the very least. So if you're in your tent, that's fine, spray booths are sealed as well, but make sure you've got good ventilation. So I've got a bouncy castle fan. This thing is incredible. It's a 1 kilowatt power consumption. It moves some air. It uses some power too, but that takes all the fumes out here, draws the sheets in. So I've got another fan down here. This is from a tanning salon, so again it's a good fan. And on the back of that I've strapped a car air filter, so a nice big air filter, filters the air, so what's being blown in is dust free, it's clean. I've got fresh air working in. As I'm spraying, then all the fumes are being taken out by the fan. As you see, as I'm spraying, the air stays quite clear, as it does with any spray booth, but the mask is then protecting you. Do not be around this stuff, this paint, without the health and safety equipment, without the mask. The stages I go through when I'm prepping panels, you build the whole car. So put all the panels on, line them up perfectly, the best you can. Make sure you install the window glass and the locks so that the doors are now twisted, weighted as they would be when the car's finished. I lined up all the panels, so you're using a welder just to build at the edge of each panel until the gaps are 4mm. I made a little 3D printed little gauge where I could measure the gaps, make sure all the gaps are 4mm all the way around the car. Got it all perfect, all the swage lines, the feature lines of the car made to be straight. The car is then filled and blocked complete. So you're blocking across panels. So that ensures that the panels are reflections, you don't get a curve off on the edge of the panel, it runs straight across, and then you can cut the grooves, cut the gaps with a bit of folded sandpaper. Once you're happy that the car is now straight, gaps are good, panels are lined up, everything's good, and all prepped, looking like they're ready for paint, I then strip the panels off. Strip down the doors, take everything apart, completely strip the car, paint the shell. I can then paint the panels individually, knowing that they will go back on the car and line up perfectly again. Using the same technique, same paint quantity, everything on each panel, so I know they will line up again. So we can safely, especially as this is a non-metallic car, we can paint the panels individually and they match, they fit the car perfectly. I'm using white high build because it's going into poppy red, which is a red colour, so you always use white primer. But as I've been doing each stage, I've just been adding more and more body colour into the bit of primer. So the first coat's just a little bit, look like an egg, a little bit more will look like a bit of custard, just a little bit more, and then we're up to this stage where it's now quite dark. The reason being that each time you add primer, if you tint it, you now know if you're rubbing through. It's now ready for paint, so we can hang that up, hang that the right way, and get that dried, cleaned, dusted down properly. Trestles are clean, dust free. We're going to paint the fender on the trestles, which I don't normally do, I like to hang them up. But the inside, as I pick it up, you'll see the inside of the fender I've already painted in gloss black. So it's all nice and gloss blacked under there, so that's masked off. So we don't want to get body colour on that. So the fender can just fit on here safely. There you go. Let's get this white down. Let's get it tapped off.